Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. We're finally on the last side quest, so we can knock that out the way and progress the main story at last. It's been a while, and it's in Boklad. Gonna be a brother and sister combo. There's the sister, but it's not her, so...
What's happened?
Yes, the brother. Theodore, yeah, Theodore.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
Sure, why not?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
And the rest, bro. You owe me about 50 at this point. And she's like right there. You could have shouted that far and found it.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... no buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
He came to see her anyway. He could have just asked her himself.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
It's alright, Ensign.
All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Can I... No. I can't fast travel. I'll have to ride my chocobo then.
What's happened?
And we arrive. I'm gonna grab this before I speak to her though. It's a potion. Looks like I forgot to buy some spares when I upgraded my satchel.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Well, at least they've gone somewhere nice by the sounds of it. They're well fed, they're dressed, they get treated like kings. That's essentially what we were going to do for them.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Oh dear. Turns out our safe village isn't that safe
Hold on,
though.
Theo. I'm coming.
Can we... Yeah, let's go to Letney's Cleft and then run down. Oh, the music's drastically changed. The dragon here as well, apparently. I'm gonna stop and grab this though, you never know. Might be something nice. Always time for loot. 25 gear. Where's the dragon now?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Well, he's dead then, isn't he? He's turned to Kashik, surely. It's full of ether. 10 gil. Right, some Akashic Scorpions. Anything like that? Oh, I see some birds.
Where are you, Theo?
Not very many Akashic, is there? It's nice and ominous, the music, until I start fighting, and then it just goes to the normal battle tune. Oh, you bitch. Yeah, there's no way he's going to survive all that. Surely he's turned to cash it. Oh, here's all the monsters they were waffling on about.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Flattened him straight in the face.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Oh, it's actually a dragon as well.
This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
When they said dragon, I was expecting one of those little wyvern things. Oh, you bitch. On a mate. More attacks, have you? 152,000. Screw it, that bit. $152,000. Definitely better using diamond dust to pump up the damage counter.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Yeah,
We have to get you out of here.
he's turned.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Well, this is getting old fast.
Theo! Theo!
I liked him as a character as well. Why is it everyone I like always ends up dying? Can't just one of the good characters survive just one? At least he went out on his own terms and I didn't have to do it. At least that's a bit of a change, isn't it?
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Not happy with that quest. Finally over, and we got like what 400. Oh, we got a level up to 400 AP for it. Crimson Caravan signboard for our chambers, and a breath of fire Scarlet Cyclone. 3.3 seconds. But then that does mean that we can go back to the hideaway and visit the infirmary at last. Of course, a new missive has been delivered. That should mean, though, with all the quests that we've done, we've got enough renown for Desiree to give us a gift or two at this point.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
A ring of swift shot. We are the shadows that quicken in the firebird's wake, and from the shadows do serve our lord and those who would be his wings, the Undying.
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Cheers, Bean. Let me find out what that does. Lowers charge time for charge magic by 0.2. That is terrible. Also, we didn't see what that increases lunge damage for 5%. We don't do that either. Sweet. At this point, I can't even remember why we have to come here.
Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Crystalline Dominion. Nameless Slum. Oh, we're gonna catch up with Dion.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault.
my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
You know who he is? Or she just got a crush on a random man that she picked up in the dirt.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Yeah, we get to team up with Dion then.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
And I guess I'll do any side quests that popped up while you lot are doing that then. I'm sure 1,000 more have arrived.
It won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Speak with Vivian. Oh, hunts. Check out the hunts then. See, only one. There. Triphylactic terror, is that? Caravan of traders traversing the Valkyrie told me about a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it, it has the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a... so it's a chimera then. I contested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm brought about by the desert heat, but the sweat which ran down the foreheads was cold and the fear in their eyes real. So it's in the Valkyrie. Oh, it's an S rank as well. This is going to be hard. 20 grand, 50 renown. It's the only one left. Just going to go read the notes as well. And we'll see if we can go take it on.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still come back.
I'm ready to buy some potions from Karen as well while I'm here.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep. Still alive, are ya? Coin purse weighing you down?
Yeah, just a little bit. I need 2 potions, please.
You're
I
rubbing
need
me
a
blind,
high
you
potion,
know.
please.
You'll not
I
find
need
a
a
better
strength
price than that.
tonic. I need a stone.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all? The
let's
stew's awful.
go read this missive. There's quite a few of them. Telemon Maid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stuck stilling Blightwater over Bonner. There's always room for improvement though, so don't get your knickers in a knot. Shall I come a knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot? Courage to fight. What happened at Eastpool with the bearers and the guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in the Rosaria. The Duchy of O may be no more, but Archduke Alwyn's dream still burns in the hearts of many, and it is through victories such as these that the fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. In the lost there will be found. That's what's her name. It is hard to believe that Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he is not, and it is everything I could do him not to fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me, and I shall honour him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. And Teo makes 4. Clive. There's but one crystal left needs cracking, and but one man who can do it. See you that you don't miss. Just, thanks for the reminder that that is what I'm supposed to be doing and not running around dealing with everybody else's problems. See we Martha's Rest. Crimson Caravan signboard. We still got quite a few of these missing though, haven't we? I mean, I'm doing everything that's popping up, so I don't understand why I haven't collected them yet, unless it's stuff I unlock later on. Let's speak to Vivian, and then before we disappear to Ash, we'll do this Chimera hunt. Prepare yourself for
Still say it were a compliment.
a half-hour story.
Say it all you like. It doesn't matter. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
Quick, interrupt her.
Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm.
Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said.
That's what she said.
Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh yeah. Oh god, a new quest is available.
How do you...
In the infirmary, is that Felix, heal thyself. Is that Felix? No, Phoenix. For some reason I read that as Felix. Anyway, this seems like a nice place to end it. We'll kick off the next episode by going and doing that Chimera S rank hunt and knocking out the Phoenix side quest. And then hopefully we'll be able to progress onwards with like the ash and destroying the last crystal. So yeah, a massive thank you to those of you who are watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly didn't after losing. So we always seem to lose the good characters. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you all in the next one for some more Final Fantasy 16.